Hey, and we're back.
Hello.
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 Hi, guys. I know, I took a bit of a break there. Forgive me.
Sorry, we had story time.
Good, I missed it. You'll have to catch me up.
No, it's fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Miss out on the stories. That's my life. What is the name of that song? That is "Oh Death" by Jen Titus. That is "Oh Death" by Jen Titus. It is. It's a great song. It's so good. So cats, let's see what the damage is like. Maybe we can find out who all followed, who all hosted, all that stuff. Let's see if you guys get any luck rolls right out of the gate. Oh, look, sub counter broke. That's neat.
Yeah, I was about to say, you busted it.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
definitely know we have the retweets.
We have 25 retweets right now.
damn, y'all
You guys
killing
are
it.
good.
They know how I do. That was like screaming Mogar for that shit.
They heard it from the gallows. Mogar!
Damn. Yeah, we're at 25 retweets. I'm doing a D&D thing, and look, Drake is joining us. Fuck.
That's what I said. Like, what? You turtle.
So good. All right. Drake is the type of guy to drink wine at a tabletop RPG session. Yeah, cool.
Kind of want wine,
My
though.
wine's all gone. Yeah, I gotta go get more in a bit.
In a bit.
Let's get those retweets to the right spot so everybody knows that it's already been captured. That's the first luck roll.
Woo. Yeah, buddy.
Let's see what the word is from Streamlabs.
Hiccup.
Ho, 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 who's this?
Ello is now hosting with 69 viewers. Perfect. Wouldn't have it any other way.
I planned that.
You're
I was
a
like,
monster.
is that actually? And it did.
Let's see. We're up to 16 follows. We're 4 away, actually. 4 away from the follower luck reroll, which is awesome.
You're awesome.
Oh, thanks,
I
man.
need to-
That's super sweet of you.
I need to inject some caffeine into my eyeballs already.
Do it. Smack yourself around. I mean, not on camera. That's gonna be weird. Yeah, this should update. I don't know what's going on with that. We are currently at 252, so 3 more subs, and that'll be a luck reroll, which is great. But in the meantime, we can talk about what happened last time.
The stream title.
I'm already on it.
I'm sorry. It's
I'm already on it.
Are we Harrowstone Gen?
Are we in like episode 6? I don't even
This
know.
is episode
Someone
7.
say 7.
7.
Someone asked, that's why.
I
The
don't
turtle
believe that it's
broke.
already 7. Like,
7.
So let's recap, please. Give us the juice.
I mean, you give me the juice.
Give us the juice.
You've brought the berries. Give us the juice. Just don't
I need
stick
the
it in
juice.
my mouth.
we beat
Where's
the
the
shit out of
juice?
Gib!
You guys did.
did.
You brought the thunder. You took it to Gib. Unfortunately, so. Sometimes I kind of feel bad for the guy.
He likes us more now, though, which is nice.
I wouldn't say that. I think
Well, I
that
mean,
he
he was-
is just wanting us to get as far away from him as possible, so he's making a compromise.
We're not in prison.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yet. I just think he's so done with us that he's like,
Just go. Be gone, pest. Yeah.
Get shooketh. That's what I got. That's what
get
I got out of that.
shook.
Get shook.
So yeah, you went to Gib. Why did you go to Gib? I'm curious.
Because we were
The
following
footprints.
the footprints
The
from
plan
when
chat.
Nix went cray-cray.
Okay, all right. So Daniel, you found these footprints. Mogar kind of led the forays last time. Why? Help me understand. Pretend as if I've never played D&D and you're trying to capture me in the story. You find muddy footprints on a bridge. What happened next? Did you just appear at Gibbs' house? Did he just submit to you slap chopping him in the neck?
No, man. Like, what we did was I busted in there. I was just like, Mogar! Busted in that bitch. And then he was just like banging his head towards the freaking wall. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
And then we were just like, what the flip is going on? And then that's when we had to put a pillow right in front of him so he does not bust his head anymore. And Ellohime was helping myself, or Cypress, and myself was trying to figure out a way to stop him from chopping himself and going crazy. I believe he also had a knife in his hand too.
He had a razor.
Razor.
Yes, straight razor.
Thank you, a razor. So we wanted to stop him from doing anything too rational. So, too rash. So we were finding different ways. We were rolling like crazy to submit him until finally we were able to, and he then became normal. And from there, that's when shit went down.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Shit did in fact go down. If there was ever a time for it to go down. Let's hear from Ello. Ello, you're on that quiet mode. I want to hear from you right now. What happened next? Did you guys just like, you're like, listen, man, let's talk this out for a minute while he was slamming his head, or how did this whole transaction go?
It was very cordial. We all got along very well. Basically, Nick sat on his face and lost a portion of it. It lost a portion of her ass from him biting it.
It was like he ripped the skin.
Yeah, he actually took a chunk out of your ass. You have a divot now.
What?
You have a new asshole.
It used to be a dimple. Now it's just a crater. No, so we got him to the ground. We tied him up, and eventually we put him in the bed, and he woke up, and he was not too happy because he knows that we're a bunch of mischievous, no good, out-of-towners, and so he immediately suspected us because, hey, we were in the room, and yeah, we did have all the indications of people who had attacked him, but we were able to talk to him and kind of reason with him, and we were able to come to some kind of agreement, which was basically that he would allow us to go to the prison, but that we were to be out of there within like a week or something, basically out of town, or pretty much like once we figured out what there was to figure out, we needed to move on. He also wanted me to leave him a joint, which I did. You're welcome. And also there was another thing that we agreed on. I can't remember exactly. There's a third thing. But anybody, Tash, you got the notes on that? There was like
we had to take the body of the wolf because the body was there.
That's right. We had to take the body of the wolf.
So we fixed the door.
I fixed the door with a mending spell. I assume Mogar grabbed the wolf, and
correct.
We pretty much hightailed it out of there. Did I miss anything, or am I skimming too much?
I feel like you.
There is something.
There is a little something, just a little something, that specifically relates to your character.
Well, I mean, unless you're talking about wait. Unless you're talking, hold on. I haven't gone to the after part. I'm just talking about the give part.
All right, sure.
The
All
give
right,
part, we're good.
You said your portion, and I need to know now what this looks like from the POV, if you will, of Nyx and of Symarra.
Do you want me to go first?
After you? Yeah. I mean,
why? Oh, Miss Notes.
I don't want to give you.
All right, so I don't remember where you left off. I'm sorry. There was a picture.
Tell me about your
lovely ice machine.
Tell me about your butt, Nyx.
Your butt.
Tell me what happened when you were at Gibbs' place. What? I mean,
I sat on his face with my butt.
Well, there was more than that, right? Like,
and how did you feel about that?
I liked it, and then I didn't. I mean, the biting was okay. It just went a little too far. So I was like, all right.
Nyx was like, it's very empowering.
Yeah, like our safe word, but it didn't happen. So after all of that, and after actually like getting him knocked out just a little bit, Symarra found the planchette in his boot, which was controlling him. And as she used the spell to kind of pick it up so she doesn't touch it, it was waving, and I could kind of see like the spirit.
This was
that
actually
took over Gib.
You saw the spirit before he was knocked out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she found it way before.
Remember, you saw the skull of of what looked like a
Yeah.
human.
But
And
that
then
was
there were-
through the planchette.
Yeah, while he was
Yeah,
pinned
yeah,
against
yeah.
the
Okay.
wall, and there were like multiple mouths across it, plus the hands that were draped across his face and guiding his arm. Yeah. So Solis also saw this, which terrified the shit out of him.
And he also touched the planchette, so now he's all
That's right. Got it.
Done
right here.
goofed.
Boom, bam.
done goofed.
Let's go ahead.
Do I hold up? So if I keep looking through the planchette, do I still get fucked up, or is it when I touch it do I get fucked up?
You don't know, and I can't really tell you.
Ah!
Nix needs to find out this knowledge. She knows loads about possession.
Ever again.
I'm going to tell you right now, I live for those moments that you rooster crow out of frustration. They're the best moments.
Right.
Oh my god. So yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
that-
Gib.
I forget. Yeah, Gib.
You saw this, you panicked, they needed the help, and you were like, I've got to assist, and that's when
I'm
you were
just
like, flying ass drop.
Yeah, I'm just like, Hoo-yah!
Yeah, you put it on him.
My ass cheeks. Anyway. My ass cheeks. And then that happened, and then we put the planchette in Symarra's bag. We put him back to bed, and then he kind of woke up and he was like, my mouth tastes like butt. And he was like so fucking angry about it. And I was just like, dude, I understand. I've been out in the rain, and I just don't want to hear your dirty sass right now.
He was pretty pissed. Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Pretty pissed. It's a high honor to have my ass in your face.
Noted.
And then we kind of left on good terms with him.
Sort of,
after
yep.
Coming to like a nice little agreement on what we have to do for him, what he does for us, and then we kind of just have to leave at like a certain point once we're all done, so we don't have to bother him, the townsfolk, anybody ever again, because everyone hates us.
So I wanted to bring some questions up here so you guys can kind of think about it, right? Like I got to play devil's advocate as much as I
I
possibly
have
can.
a few more points
Okay, hit me with it.
that are in my notes. So he also has not been sleeping well for a week since Petros's death. He doesn't shave, so there's no reason for him to have a straight razor. But there is a lady who sells tobacco, who also cuts hair and makes the shaves at behind M4 near Zokars. So we think Gabe may have had a trip out over there. That's 2 points.
Is
I
it
think
possible that he went over there tonight to get this, or could it also be possible that maybe she's suffering from a similar situation?
I think, this is just me, I think Gib went off on a jaunt. Maybe... Wait, doesn't Gib have a wife?
He ain't have nothing.
Anyway,
might
that's a
have had
different
a
thought
wife.
process. Because I feel like we were... maybe that was Lily lying about him cheating on his wife and he didn't actually have a wife.
No, he did have a wife. Because we were like, no, you're cheating with Sarah. No, he definitely have a fucking wife.
So where's his wife?
Oh my god!
Okay, his wife's dead. He murdered her. She's under the decking. So I think anyway, he went off for a jaunt to the tobacco ladies.
Okay.
Whilst he's all possessed all up in this business. Probably sliced her with the straight razor because he's, I don't know. I've got a theme going on.
Sure.
And then he plodded back. He saw wolf body. He's like, that'll look cool in my room, and he took it home. The end.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's somewhat
Very
accurate.
cool. Yeah.
Somewhat
That's how I
accurate.
feel. Anywho, I just realized
Interesting.
he's murdered his wife.
So is there anything that anyone else here thinks is wrong? Or just speculate, like outside of game. Let's speculate for a moment. Let's
He
step
took
away
his
from the
boots
table.
off when he was possessed. That's not normal.
I think he was possessed and he went to go buy a razor.
Okay.
Or steal it or something. I don't know if he actually killed the lady at the store. We don't know that. So I don't think he did. I think he I think the possession, I think he definitely went into town, purchased some stuff, and then was like, oh, this planchette too. Or maybe he wasn't even possessed when he went to get the planchette. Maybe he was just being shady as fuck. And as soon as he touched the planchette, then he got all possessed.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Wait a second. Hold on a second, Bub. Did you happen to roll for Kendra when she touched the planchette?
I might have.
Did you sneak me in that?
Bitch, I might have. Damn it.
Now I'm thinking about his wife. What's he done with his wife?
If we fuck his wife, listen. Well, don't really. But like, listen, guys. Just out of character. Karen is fucking shady as shit. All right,
Yeah,
Karen's a shady little bitch, is what she is, and I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all. My character is so suspicious of her because as soon as we brought that shit back, she was all like, "I'm just gonna hold on to this. No, I'm not gonna touch our treasure, bitch. You get your hands off that shit."
Wait, isn't she possessed? Isn't that who we saw on the bridge when she was like floating?
You didn't see anything. You didn't.
Oh, that's right.
I saw it.
Oh, God damn it, Ellohime, fuck.
I saw it, but I listen. Okay, so out of character, at the end of the session, when we were walking back to Kendra's, I saw Kendra. If I remember correctly, it was sort of like she was possessed or she was being like carried away, sort of. I guess, what did you say in your tweet? Like a marionette, like a marionette, like she was being whatever. I see a vision. Yes, I see a vision of this as we are going back, I think near the bridge, crossing the bridge back over to Kendra's.
I remember that.
But my character smokes a lot of weed. So sometimes, occasionally, he just kind of like is just in his own little head and he just like, whatever, like he doesn't really think too much of it. Like maybe he just saw it, maybe it could be anything, right? So I made a roll. I rolled for it and I actually asked Bub to pick even or odd, I believe. And Bub chose correctly, so I just kind of brushed it off. Like I was just kind of like, I just saw some crazy shit because I'm high as fuck. I'm not gonna tell anybody, so you guys don't know about it, and I'm not really telling any.
This is gonna be
it's not. I mean, maybe once we get back and Kendra's gone, I might be like, hey guys, I happen to see you fucking great. I might be the weed, but I saw this crazy thing. You know, maybe then I'll kind of throw it out there, but for right now, no, man. Karen's a little bitch, and she just floated off and left us to just deal with all the. We were like fixing all her problems. Like, when does she actually pick up a finger and start working? You know, start helping out? Because like, oh, your dad died. We'll figure out the murder. Oh, your house is ransacked and you've been robbed. Oh, we'll figure it out. Oh, and then when we go out and get all the treasure, you're gonna conveniently hold on to it. Bitch.
I'm so judgmental. I'm just gonna keep all this stuff that I don't want you to have.
I do feel like it's worth noting that you are supposed to stay with Kendra in the Lorimore residence, and in the will, it said, help my daughter in any way that you can, and her decision-making process to either stay in Ravengrow or sell the home. And
Tell me she just die.
once you do that, then you can go a month later.
Die?
I mean, I hope not. Let's not do that.
I mean, that will make my character's life a lot easier. We could just go get the 1,000 plow, whatever.
Well, she's got to make this a little easier.
Technically,
right?
you guys have a month, that right? Like, whatever you decide to do in the city, you have a month before you're expected. If you show up sooner, then you're probably not going to get it. If you show up later,
we've got loads of money. We can.
But what's to say that the Kendra that we are getting to know is his daughter? Like, that's the thing, is that if there's so much like treachery afoot and like people not being dead who are dead and like necromantic auras on bodies that we're trying to bury and all that shit, it's like Kendra could already be dead and we're just talking to some other fucking imposter as far as we know. So
that looks that you think it could be an imposter that has just like almost assumed her position and looks like her.
Yeah, I mean that's totally possible.
It is definitely in this world. Yeah,
I feel like
it could be a dragon. It could be a fucking dragon. For
people were suspicious of Petros, but maybe they should have been suspicious of Kendra.
Well, I'm suspicious of Petros because
like
his fucking body had necro aura on it when we buried it. It can't be a good sign. Like that in and of itself is like a horrible sign. Like out of character. Like if I was a real character in this game and I'm like, oh, there's a necrotic fucking aura on this guy's corpse, that's like not good. I'm out of that town.
Yeah,
that's like that's just bad mojo. Like 100%. So I don't know.
It's a good
It kind of
catch.
freaks me out because we're level 1. It freaks me out. So now obviously you're DMing, so you're not gonna hopefully not throw us into too crazy situation. Like I hope you'd be fair at least, but honestly, like some of the stuff we've run into is like high level kind of bullshittery that we really shouldn't even be messing with.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I did this. This is my fault.
Hey, it's okay. You're like a driving force, and that's fine. Every group needs one, right? Like if you look at the tropes, you have Ello. He's the go with the flow character who's not afraid to ask the hard questions. You have Lily, who is the driving force, who doesn't care about the repercussions of what's before her. You have Mogar in this case. Mogar, he doesn't give a shit about anything. He's like, you're right, I should protect them until I have to fucking break shit, and then I'm gonna do it, and that's what he does. He's a monster. You've got Symarra, who is constantly trying to remind you, like, right, like she's the book smart one. It's like, wait a minute, something's not lining up. I think we should bring this to light. And then, of course, every group has to have a Solis, the smooth talker,
the pervert.
Yeah, like these things. He's good at this. You guys are a healthy mix, and it's the ideal D&D group. And I feel very lucky to have you on board. It's been a pleasure these last 6 episodes. Let's make it 7. I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Let's boogie.
So
let's do this.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set the scene for you. Gonna change the music.
So we're going back to Kendra's, correct? We're heading back that direction.
Correct.
That was what we had decided. Okay.
All right, if you recall, it is the heavy rain and storm of the evening that increases your time back to the lower moors. Cypress, you believe you've just seen Kendra floating like a puppet, bound by strings, in the direction of the prison of Harrowstone. But you chalked it up to just a vision. Maybe it's something that you saw. You've seen a lot of weird shit tonight, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Just chalked it up to that. Shook your head, told Tima it was okay, and then you were on your way. You guys are crossing the bridge. Is there anything you would like to continue talking about? Perhaps you want to discuss some things. This is your time. The floor is yours.
Personally, Cypress is contemplating. He's just sort of trying to map everything out in his brain and what just happened. He was just in a really high adrenaline situation. He's coming down off of that. So he is not really in the mood for talking right now, but he is listening. So he's just kind of bumbling along next to Tima.
Yeah.
It's almost same for Mogar. Mogar's just literally looking in front, just thinking of everything that just went down, and as well as just keeping alert, but staying quiet, of course.
So I was just tired. Like, this is not 8 hours of sleep.
No, it's not. You guys probably got about 3.5 hours of sleep at best.
And Nyx just kind of looks like fucking like she's just shaking and like just playing with her hat, just like fucking eyes bugging out of her head, like just fucking she's
soaking wet in cold Chihuahua.
Yeah, like literally like that. Literally just
20% of your ass is missing.
No, it's not missing. It's just bite marks. Stop. Leave my butt alone.
What butt? What butt? You were a gnome already. You didn't have a lot to spare. You're probably being a gnome. He was probably able to put a whole butt cheek in his mouth. He's human. A gnome butt cheek can fit inside.
You just like literally like
mouth.
Consumed my whole ass.
It's okay. You've got a thick butt.
Thank you.
Nick's
got that
a
gnome
flat
butt.
acid.
You just ate my entire ass, literally just like in one go, just.
Fucking ass
Hey,
taco.
all I'm gonna say is it was enough to knock him out. All right, so take that as
Thank
you
you,
will.
thank you, Bob.
Do what I can.
He's lucky she didn't fart.
I eat before that?
Good
Jesus.
God. You will arrive back to the Lorimore residence. You guys see that the door is open, much like it was before.
Man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I go
thought
inside.
we shut the door.
What's your question?
I thought that we shut the door when we
You
went
did.
out.
Well, we did.
Oh.
Cypress goes to the door, he opens it, closes it, opens, closes. He's like, I'm done tonight. Like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done with this shit. No, he's not really like that. He walks back. He doesn't even notice. He's kind of aloof right now. Like I said, he's kind of just in his own little head. So he walks inside. He just keeps going. Like, he doesn't even realize. Opens the door, walks right inside.
Sure. When you step inside, you can see that the fire is still burning bright, and it looks as if Kendra sits still in her chair. The back is turned to you. You can see her feet propped up on the ottoman, and you hear the sounds of snoring.
Wait, what?
Do you know?
The rest of you, as you step inside, you don't really think much of it. You just believe that she's fallen asleep in her chair in front of the fire.
Okay.
Mogar walks in and goes to the corner and just, sits back and starts just relaxing. But in the back of the corner, just relaxing.
Okay. Sure. I mean, your rooms are still open. You have all avidly expressed that you're exhausted. You haven't gotten enough sleep. The only thing that you noted was that the door was open.
I'm going to say that I've shut the door and I've put the thing down again.
Okay. Sure. You check it multiple times. It's definitely locked. So as you stepped in, Ello, basically what you see is the rear side of a chair like this, right? And you see a female arm hanging off the side of the chair. And her feet propped up on an ottoman.
Like Inspector Gadget style, like Dr. Claw?
Yeah.
Like no face, just like 100% armrest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Claw!
I actually am still sort of aloof. I'm going to actually check on Bart.
Okay, sure. When you make it to the rear side of the home, to the study, Bart is exactly where you've left him. It's on that same rawhide leather couch. It sort of looks like it is like a therapist's couch. Like you lay down, it's like, these are my problems, doctor. Like that's the kind of couch that it is. He's still there. He has a pillow under head.
I checked his vitals. He's good. Like
he looks good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to just check up on him, make sure he's all right, because we haven't really had a good eye on him since we just all abandoned him here.
Low key forgetting he exists.
I don't. I'll never let my patients die.
I mean,
yeah, probably will. Okay, so once I check on him, I go back into the study and I just sort of sit down and I start rolling some more doobies because I'm running low.
In like the side room where you guys where she's resting, or in your
yes,
own
where
room?
she's resting. Like I go right back over to she's in front of the fireplace, right? Yeah. I go to the fireplace to kind of get warm, sure, and I just start rolling.
You move up to the hearth and you break out whatever it is that you keep your stash in, and you're using the top of the mantle, so you're feeling the heat of the fireplace warm your midsection and torso, and you can hear her snoring behind you off on this side. And Daniel, his character is Mogar, sitting in the back of the room. He's trying to take a corner, like he's chilling out as much as he possibly can, and you can hear the snores, and it's somehow relaxing. Like you feel like things are just kind of sort of falling into place, and they are where they should be.
Oh man, my character wants to do something real dumb, but he wants to do it real bad. He's not even really present in the room right now. He's sort of therapeutically rolling these doobies as he's thinking about what he wants to do, and just kind of everything that's happening. He's not a super smart guy, but he does his best. He tries. He's he's pretty wise, but he's not intelligent. So
something that you have noted is that your personal stock is running a little low.
Yeah.
You believe that the earth around these parts are not immediately good at growing anything substantial. Like, if anything, it would be super skunky, and it's probably like necrotic soil. So if anything, you don't think it would be very healthy. So you are probably, like, I feel like your character would be mentally noting where there might be some healthy soil or something that looks like it's a bit more boisterous with life.
There's
of course,
also
yeah.
Was it a tobaccoist? Or I know Gib sold pipes on the side, and then that's where we found about
Yeah,
the
Gib.
woman who sold tobacco. So I don't know if that helps.
Yeah.
Cypress there.
In these areas, well, tobacco doesn't really help me, but
Because
in
we
these
need to
areas,
know about, because there was was there a smell of tobacco? Or
Yes.
something?
Yes. Gib and one other
On
person in
his
town.
boots.
Oh, it was blended in the soil in the foot
Yes.
arch of the blueprint in the study.
Correct.
So
You know that you could probably cut what you have with tobacco to make it go a little further, but it's not gonna quite have the efficacy that you're after.
yeah. Why don't we, Bub? Why don't we go ahead and pin down exactly how much more? Why don't we go ahead and talk about that?
Sure. We'll say that you have like we'll say 12, probably 12 joints.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Cool.
You think that's enough
we'll
to probably
say
get you
that
through the next couple of days?
the next couple of days.
Yeah.
12? Jesus Christ.
At this
Cypress.
point, your character has constantly been lit, like every chance that you get, because you know that it keeps you mellow. When you're mellow, you get wild advantages that most other characters do not. So when you come off of that, the chest gets tight, the world feels like it's collapsing around you, the anxiety just starts glaring. It's a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I do make a mental note. It's kind of that, like, you're like, oh shit, I'm starting to run low, kind of anxiety, like you're, like you go to, like, pull out the little thing, you dip, you're like, damn, I only got like 4 left.
You're like, I've got 3 days, 4 tops if I stretch it.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that's
I'm
definitely
willing to do
mentally
that.
noted.
Okay.
What time is it right now? Like, is it like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.?
Yeah, it feels like it's probably 3:34 about that time. Yes.
All right. I look over at Kendra.
Okay.
Just because she was snoring. I've been trying to be really quiet because I
Sure.
don't want to wake her. Like,
Yeah.
we understand the importance of rest. Does she look all right? Like, just physically, like when I look at her?
Oh yeah. She looks just fine. The problem is it's not Kendra. It's not Kendra. And it takes you a moment where you border like you double take at her several times, and you realize that you're actually staring at the apothecary.
What?
why is she in the house?
I like immediately stand up and I'm like, I look over at Mogar who's resting in the corner, correct?
Yes.
And I look at him and I look back and I kind of squint, like I'm like, what the? And I'm like, look, and I kind of walk up and I'm making sure that, like, I'm not high, like,
Sure.
and I'm like, hey, Mogar, man, like, I kind of like waving him over, like.
Mogar gets up and then he's like, what?
And I'm like pointing and kind of going like, and then it's like,
Wait
Karen,
a minute.
Does Karen look different to you?
What the? This is not Karen. Who is this?
Fuck
Maybe she is
everything.
called
Fuck
Karen.
everything.
Give me perception.
Who exactly?
You two, the
Okay.
2 boys here. Hit me with it.
Men.
So leaning on the door jam.
I was assuming that you guys went back to your rooms. You were both expressing how tired you were. If you wanted to do something different, then please.
I'm
please
like,
say.
sort of, I couldn't even be bothered to walk to the bedroom, so I'm leaning on the door jam, like.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I
Oh,
just
sure.
don't want to be alone, so I just stick with everybody. Like I physically can't be alone anymore.
Okay, all right. Then As you just kind of, I'm guessing you've got that like that 100-yard stare, Nyx, as you're just kind of fixated on a focal point at the opposite side of the room, just thinking about what's happened, shivering and shaking. The only thing it's kind of moving in tandem with your breathing is the snoring in the room. And Symarra is exhausted. She's probably hungry because she has been this entire time. And you hear the, "Wait a minute!" from Mogar, and you both kind of like snap to, looking over immediately. And you can see Cypress is like, and Mogar's like,
I'm laughing at you in there.
And of course, like, Nyx would have to go over and just be like, that's not her.
All right, I got a 15 for my perception, but I'm gonna re-roll that shit. We have a luck roll, right?
Yeah, we've got one.
Okay, I'm gonna use mine. Don't you fail me, dice. There we go. That's it.
Hell
That's
yeah.
okay. 27.
Cool.
Do I need to reroll?
No, I mean you don't have to. I would figure at this point, Mogar's like, "What the fuck? Who's this?"
Hey, yeah. What?
That's not her. That's not
That's not her.
Nyx.
That's not her.
Nyx and Symarra, do you come running over?
I do.
I kind of like plod over. I'm not running. That's too much.
I am. I'm running.
Okay,
Like-
when
More like a skip.
that's actually the
What?
kicker with Nyx is that she doesn't actually know how to run. She only knows how to skip quickly.
It's true.
That's
You're
perfect.
like,
Good lord.
why do I see her in front of like a green screen, like down the road, like?
Like a giant monster chasing its.
Yeah.
With the music.
That's-
Yeah, the Benny Hill thing.
Perfect.
That'll fly to the bumblebee, bro.
Okay, question now, because I've missed a few sessions. Have you guys ever even met the apothecary? Do you recognize this person, Mogar?
No,
Just you.
only
Twice.
you.
Just me. Okay, so what is my perception? I assume that I'm going to be looking over the kind of situation.
She's not damp. She's not been rained on. Her hair is stark dry. Her outfit, which is a nightgown, also stark dry. She is not shaken by even the sounds of Mogar yelling out, "What the?" Nothing. You notice, and it was a hard spot with the firelight, there is something that is stained at the rim of her hand. It's like that spot between your thumb and your index finger. Right here, there's a dark stain that's right there. The rest of her body appears to look fine.
I investigate the stain.
Sure. When you look at it, it looks to be some kind of unguent or like a goulash of materials, right? It's this mixture, almost like a paste, that has been put upon her hand.
Oh.
A paste.
What is
I want to touch it. Is it sticky?
Do you want to touch it?
It's
I want to touch.
it's actually a little gritty. It's a little gritty when you feel it to the touch, and it is it's sticky because it's moist.
Okay. Do I recognize it? Do I know what it is? Like, can I be like, oh, that's...
Give me a knowledge nature,
Okay.
and then tell me how you might try to identify this. Is it smell, taste? Do you listen to the sticky?
Wow, motherfucker.
Dude!
I'm gonna let that one stay. I'm not gonna do shit
You
with
have
that.
inspiration.
I have knowledge nature. Can I help?
It depends if he points it out to you.
Point it out to me.
I mean, if you're sort of clawing at it.
I purposely keep it from Mogar. I go to investigate this stain on her hand. I kind of touch it, and I'm like, I don't know. And I assume Mogar is watching me do this, so
Nyx is also
I just kind of look
watching
over.
in
Yeah,
awe.
everybody's kind of watching,
Yeah.
and I kind of,
What are you doing?
I don't know what to make of this shit, man. Like, and I
Does
kind
it
of
smell
show him.
funny?
I kind of show Mogar.
Does it smell funny?
All right, let's roll this bit.
Does it smell funny?
Let's see See what you got.
I've learned it's not always great to just go and smell things.
Yeah.
Fuck you up.
Is it like what does it feel like?
Oh, shit, dude.
Mogar, you don't know. At first glance, it could be old food. It could, she could have had a problem wiping. You just don't know. It could be a number of things. It's sticky, it's gritty, but the rest of her person is not covered in this.
Can I see perception on her? Like, you said everything is normal. She looks normal.
Yeah, she looks fine as far as you can tell. I mean,
Is she sleeping?
Yes, you haven't stripped her down. You haven't searched her person. You're just looking at. This is like you're looking at the image of her, right? Like you're staring at her. You've not.
Can I wake her up?
You can try.
Would that be a bad thing? Mogar wants to. Like, that's what Mogar wants to do.
As soon as Mogar starts to kind of try to wake her up, I'm like, man, that might not. I'm just kind of like, as I'm just watching him do it. Like, I'm kind of cautious, but I do want to see if he can wake her up. But I know it maybe not, because I feel like I'm smart enough to know not to wake somebody in a trance. You know, it's like a sleepwalker. You know,
to help out or
I mean, if you guys can, like at this point, they're sort of dominating the scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't even really realized that it's another woman there. Like you can see the feminine shape, but with the way that they're sort of crowding her, it's borderline like Night at the Roxbury. Like
I'm too tiny. Someone lift me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah, like you guys are you're on the scene here, and they're just like, what's going on in there, man?
What are you guys doing to Kendra?
Can I like see? Can I just like see what you're doing? I see you
Well,
have
like, man,
paste
do
in
you-
your hands. Where did you get the paste? I just lift me up. I just want to see. I just want to see things.
As soon as I see that they're behind me, I kind of like step aside. I'm like, for yourself, man. Does it look like Karen to you? And I like back off, and I kind of throw my hand out to like, here, take a look.
Who is
Lily.
this?
Lily.
Why are you here? Who is
I don't
this?
know who that is. She
Well,
looks
like I'll
funny.
tell you, man, it's the apothecary from town, bro.
What is she doing in Kendra's house?
Why is she here?
The who?
Who is she? I
And then
want
Cypress-
to wake her up.
She's
I
so
want Cypress-
funny.
Cypress kind of steps back and starts to think to himself a little bit. He's recalling seeing Kendra marionetted across the bridge earlier, and he started to think maybe that wasn't just me being on that old wacky tobacco.
Were you
I'm
keeping
just backing
something
up.
from us?
No, I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, I thought you said it out loud. You sounded like your character.
No,
I was like,
I'm talking about what Cypress is thinking out loud, out of character.
okay, well you sounded.
It's very
I
meta.
got
We need
the
like
proof.
hand signals.
He's just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
When I
Don't you know?
when I do this, it means I'm out of character.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's-
all right.
That's like at the table. This is typically the sign, like, "Hey, out of character." Some
It's
people like.
actually.
I've even seen
I
other
wasn't-
characters. Yeah, like when they'll be at the table, they'll put the thumb to the forehead, like, hey,
I
out of
was gonna
character.
say, what if you can't cross your fingers? Because some people can't.
Well, most people have thumbs.
We get it.
Most, and
We get it.
there you go.
This is not it. Not it. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so that
that's
is a
one
real
line.
thing. That is a real thing, Daniel. Like a tabletop.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
like
so
if you're just
cool,
talking
man. I
outside,
like
you
it.
just do this and be like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing right now. Like, I don't know where we are. Like,
I much prefer the way
sorry.
they're doing it with the accents. Apart from me, I'm shit. So I like that a lot.
Oh, you're doing great. Please.
I'm too lazy for an accent. I've already got one.
So what do you guys think? What does Nixon
Um,
Symarra think of this woman sitting here?
Nick
Yeah,
just
what do
gives
you
us the
think?
tongue waggle.
Yeah, like she doesn't really do anything. She's just sitting there super fucking derp. Like she's like, well, I don't know who this is.
What
She's just fucking like derp.
So I was just really confused because I have no idea who this is, and obviously we're tired, and I'm like, what do you like? How? Where are you from? But she's asleep. So
She's let's
She's just knocked out.
let's give Mogar what he wants here. Mogar, you said you wanted to wake her up.
I want to wake her up. Mogar wants to wake her up. Mogar.
I agree. We should wake her up
No.
and see what she's doing here.
So can I like roll to make her wake up? How does one do this? I want to do it like politely, but at the same time I'm a little bit
I watch
brutal.
Ella.
So I want to what I want to do is like
Ear.
grab her arm, but like grab her shoulder and just like shake her like real quick, like but like you know.
Wait,
Mogar's
For
like,
her arm, I'll
I-
go for her eardrums.
I gingerly
Can I-
jostle her.
I mean, we've just had an issue with Gib. So can we sort of perceive if there's anything spoopy with her? Because he lost his
this-
shit when we touched him at his
I mean,
house.
I would suppose at this point that they would probably point out the paste material on the hand, but other than that, she's just a sleeping woman. I know there's
We're very noisy. She must be a heavy sleeper.
Yes. She needs a CPAP machine. Don't judge her.
Man, I wish I was. Wait, hold on a second. What did I fall on?
My
as far as
brother-in-law has
alignment?
sleep apnea,
Oh.
so he stops breathing for like 30 seconds and you think he's dead. And then
Okay,
he
I
goes, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, that-
I would like to scream in her eardrums.
Austin.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna stop it. I don't know. what's
Okay,
happening.
cool. All right, what do I roll for that? Do I have to roll?
you don't have to roll
This
anything.
early in the
Oh,
morning.
good! I can just scream in her ears like, "Hello, lady!
What are you just saying lady? That's it?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what she is.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is. I have to say lady. I'm not going to be rude and say hello, person. I'm going to say lady.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay.
You
I just want to scream lady.
you begin
just top of
screaming.
my lungs.
Yeah, you begin screaming in her ear.
Like
You've got it. You got it. You scream and scream and scream some more, and you are greeted only by a snore.
Oh.
I blow your house
Womp,
down.
womp, womp, womp.
Wait, Mogar didn't shake?
No, I screamed. You shake now.
Even if you shake, she's gone. She's just tossed, tired.
No, even when I did it?
Yeah.
Mogar gets
Is
that
it-
brute force, bro.
Is it natural or is it unnatural? Because I feel like even if you're bloody knackered, having someone shout in your ear is going to wake you up. And a body's response to being shaken is going to be like, what?
So Cypress sees that after yelling in her ear and Mogar shaking her that she's not getting up. So he looks to Symarra and says, "Hey, you want to check her body for, magical means?"
I don't think she's got any pockets there, Cypress.
No, I mean, like, can you? I don't know, like,
I'm
figure
sorry, I'm
out
really
what's
tired.
going on with her, man. Cypress is so tired. He's just like,
while you guys are talking, Nyx just jumps on top of her and is just like, hello, like playing with her face, like, hello, just touching every like inch of her face, like just rubbing it and like.
You get no
Just,
response.
I don't know
Just
any like
pulling at
spells or
everything.
anything to do.
No, you guys continue. I just want to keep touching her and like.
yeah, just
invading
do
her
a
face.
spellcraft. Just check her over with spellcraft. Or,
Okay. Can I do a generalized spellcraft then, I guess?
Yeah. Just be like, I just want to inspect the body for magical means, because obviously
I will
she's not in a
inspect
normal
the body
sleep,
for
right?
magical means.
Yay.
Memes.
Okay, all right. So you inspect for magical means. What are you
Memes.
like? What are you doing? Memes? You're looking for magical memes.
No.
Magical means.
Memes. Where's that dank puppy at? Let's
She's-
go.
I'll show you some
Oh,
magical
so
memes.
She's fresh out. She's
Where's them Harry Potter
Memes.
memes?
She's got nothing. For all intents and purposes, it doesn't really look like there's magic here. Do you have Can you cast detect magic?
That is a spell?
Yeah, yes it is. Yes.
I don't have that.
I
All
don't
right,
have that
okay.
either.
All right.
We are the worst sorcerers ever.
I'm a magician. You can shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
are you a magician? Oh, okay. I thought you were a sorcerer. We are the worst
I
magic
am a
users
sorceress,
ever.
but I am a damn magician. None of anything that I picked is not really going to
But you
help
guys
us
are
at all.
debating what it is that you intend to do here. You keep bantering back and forth, like, there's got to be something that we can do. Cypress is like, yeah, man, look for the thing. And Mogar's like, I couldn't wake her. What? It's a use of magic. And Nyx, you're poking and prodding at her face, and you're so like slowly, like slower and slower. You seem to be inching closer to her face before, as you're like looking on.
Can I want to just open her mouth and like look inside of her.
You're like looking in. You're prying the lips across her teeth. And as you manage to pry her lips across her teeth, her eyes open. Her eyes open in front of you.
We might as well be on a sitcom.
The snoring stops.
I nearly choked.
The eyes, like before, what you had seen with Gib, are stark white. They're devoid of color. She begins to quickly say,
I nearly choked in Symarra then.
In an uncannily deep voice, put her body on the bed, take a knife and knock her head, watch the blood come out the pipe, feeds the sturge so nice and ripe, drops of red so sparkly bright, splatter spell her name just right, with the hammer killed his wife, now he wants to claim your life, tricksy father tells a lie, listen close,
please stop,
or you will die.
Well, hello, Vance.
The head turns and looks to the lot of you, the eyes peering the silver glare. In an almost diaphanous tone, you hear the man's voice from before, but you hear her voice overlapping it. Our puppet walks into your home and ties our strings upon your bones. Now watch the puppeteer's grand show. Through wind and rain, you all go.
No?
The lids close, and she falls limply.
I have spit all over my hands.
Okay, so
Can you say that again? So I can
what's the body? Yeah, what's the body doing right now?
It's like limp.
It's just like
It's like on the ground, or is she?
No,
just
I
back
think it's
in
still in
air,
the chair.
It's still in the chair.
Okay. And she just spout out this fucking cryptic poetry, and then she just went right back.
Yep.
She was like, "In the jungle, you must wait till the dice reads 5 or 8." And then she was like,
Yeah.
"Okay,
That's right.
all right."
something
right.
like
Okay.
you bring our
Damn,
puppet
man.
into your home, ties our strings onto your bones, and then I lost the rest of it.
Our puppet walks into your home and ties our strings upon your bones. Now watch the puppeteer's grand show. Through wind and rain, you shall go.
God damn it, man. Cypress runs it, like, takes off he's got like a bandana on. He kind of takes it, kind of runs his hand through his hair, like, God damn, man.
That's exactly what her eyes look like.
Perfect. That's a great film too.
Oh.
Ugh.
Nyx kind of just still looks at her spit-covered hands and just...
I didn't love that picture.
Suddenly, Cypress gets this, like, moment of inspiration. Like, he wakes up, he's like, oh, tie her up, man. Tie her up right now. Like, I'm, like, looking to Solis and asking Solis to tie her up.
You'll have me
What
do that.
sort of method of tying would you like?
Hold tight.
Is this sensual?
Legs behind your head. Tell me what you like. Perhaps you like...
Not without
daisy chain
permission, Cypress.
You know, it's
I'm not that kind of
it's
satyr.
uncouth of a gentleman.
Solis, just tie the fucking bitch up.
Like the blankest of stare, though, from fucking Cypress. Like, just...
Next time.
Like, you really, like, is now really the time, man, to, like, just tie her? Just tie her up. Cypress is tired, okay? He's, like, not having any
He
of it.
whips his hair over his shoulder, and then he waddles over with his rope and begins tying her up.
Okay.
Good for him. Nice.
So she's tied
I
down
don't
to
feel
the
comfortable
chair.
about
Yes.
Good for him.
Yes, somehow there was a ball gag in his equipment. It is now in her mouth. You don't understand it, but...
I washed this after last use. Don't worry, it's sanitary.
She's got a collar on that says kitten. Solis, why did you put the collar on her?
I think it would be better if it said lamb.
Oh, yeah. No, because then Mogar would dismember her.
Nix is just kind of like,
Lots in the other room,
come
you can't be
on.
trusted.
Too soon. Oh, it's good. It's all
I didn't do it on purpose.
For those of you who are just watching, Mogar destroyed a lamb. He ripped it to pieces.
Was that episode 2?
yeah. 2 or 3.
Bart was found behind a tree with a sheep, is all I'm saying.
Man, you guys need to hurry up and get caught up, man. Like,
It was the last chapter of that lamb's life.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
As far as stories go, that
Mogar
lamb's
just looks at the lamb collar like, nope, not having it. Done. Fucking done.
I agree.
I suddenly ask where the planchette is at. Like, where is the planchette?
It's in my bag. I'm not touching it. You can't make me touch it. I'm not.
Okay, you show me what bag though.
Do you want to
show
take
me-
it? I'll open my bag and I'll like lean it to you so you can see it.
Can you like dump it out on the table, man?